All right, this is Karissa Schweizer, second place in the women's 10K. I'll be asking questions on behalf of the media today. Could you just start off by walking us through your race?
Yeah, it was really hot and humid out there. And so the whole race plan was just to stay as relaxed as possible and really just like chip away at the lats. The goal was kind of not to pay attention to the lap counter until later, but they kept shouting every lap at me. So that didn't happen. But it was definitely a brutal one out there. And it was just kind of like really get to the last mile and grind it out.
We have a question from Kayla Fenton. Fantastic work today. Will we see you doubling in Tokyo?
I hope to double. I mean, that's a brutal race to run, not to race it. So I'm excited to have qualified and have the opportunity to evaluate that.
A follow-up question from Allison Wade. What are your current thoughts regarding which events you'd like to run in Tokyo?
I think the 5K is really my focus, but I would love to run the 10K. I think it's a really new event for me, and I really want to like dip my toes into that.
Question from Larry Eder, Run Blog Run. Karissa, congrats. How do you feel after the double?
Exhausted. I did not think that was going to be as painful as it was. I knew going into it, Emily Sisson was going to make it a tough race, but I didn't know how I was going to feel or respond to that. But I think the heat and humidity really made it just a grind for everyone out there.
Another question from Larry Eder. Did your legs recover from the 5,000?
I don't know. They don't feel too great right now, but I felt before the race, I felt like I was confident enough to at least be in the mix. And I knew that it was really going to hurt towards the last 4 laps. I didn't really feel as poppy as I normally feel, but overall, I'd say recovered pretty well.
Question from Dan McQuaid for Tracksmith. Great race. My daughter coaches cross country and her athletes love you. I have 2 questions. One, how did you prepare/cope with the heat?
Yeah, just kind of expected it to be pretty brutal out there. And the problem with the heat is really it just kind of makes you feel exhausted. So I always just dump a ton of water, like cold water on top of myself before the race just to kind of wake myself up. And throughout the race, just to really stay calm and stay relaxed and just know that if it's hot for you and it's miserable for everyone else. And it's not going to matter if you drop back or if you're up there, it's still going to be painful. So I think I just work through every lap.
How do you get yourself into that calm and relaxed mindset?
Just trying not to think of just like the pain and just really trying to focus on like it's a workout and a tempo rhythm. And for the majority of the beginning of the race, I was behind Elise. So it really just felt like another tempo day out there. And I tried to really key on that.
And then another question from Dan McQuaid. What advice do you have for high school distance runners?
Just to really just have fun with it and stay healthy, because honestly all my success I really like contribute to being consistent and just always being there. I haven't had to take much time off for injury, and I really just really appreciate like taking down days and down weeks just to let your body recover and to be ready for the next one.
Another question from Larry Eder, Run Blog Run. Now that you've made the 5K and 10K, do you have a favorite event?
Definitely the 5K, and especially after that race, it's still the 5K.
Question from Aaron Strout. How did lapping so many people in the field play into your race?
I think it just kind of helped with the rhythm. It was you just seeing a bunch of people on the track. I think it always helps. You're never really in no man's land, and obviously you just kind of have to weave a little bit, but it just helps you kind of break the rhythm of the race, and which is kind of nice sometimes.
Another question from Aaron. What do you think your biggest challenges will be in Tokyo?
I think just navigating the heat and humidity, it's going to be pretty miserable there. And I think we're going to practice and get ready for that. And we'll be ready.
And then question from Eric Boll from Diestat. Karissa, only 6 women in American history have achieved making the team in both the 5,000 and 10,000, including Shalane. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that, sorry. How meaningful is it to be part of such an elite group that also includes Molly, Cara, and Dina?
Incredible. I mean, I've looked up to all of them for so long, and I mean, never would I've thought making one team, let alone 2, would be in my future. So I'm really grateful for it, and really attribute a lot of that to my coaches. And I mean, Shalane's done it in the past, and she's a great person to look up to and really key off of and ask those like difficult questions. Like I think I was asking her, like, what do I do in between? You know, like how long do I run? How do I recover from this 5K going into the 10K? So I think that's really important because yeah, the second event's always going to be difficult.
And a question from Weldon Johnson. Did you do anything to prepare for the heat today?
Not really, just pumped a lot of fluids. Knew that it was going to be a hot one out there, but knew that it was going to be better than what it was originally scheduled to be. So I was grateful for that, and just tried to stay calm and relaxed.
What's next for you? What kind of celebrations are you going to have?
Just celebrating with my family. They're all out here, and I'm so excited to see them all and just have a nice, relaxing day and actually watch some track.
I'm going to remind you, the media, if you have any more questions, please raise your hand so we can wait for you. And that seems like that's all we have from the media right now. Thank you so much for
Perfect.
talking
Thank
to
you.
us.